Hi everyone, I'm playing once again with my new Whimsical Florals stamps from Joggles. These are available exclusively at Joggles. There are 5 sets in the collection. There are, this one's called Raindrops. All of them have 3 florals, a little creature, a background stamp, and 2 sentiments. So this one's called Raindrops. It's got some birds. This one is Twinkle Lights right here with some dragonflies and florals. This one has bees with beads. This is called Starry Night with some ladybugs. And this one is Bubbles with some butterflies. So today I'm going to be using the little creature stamps to create some really fun backgrounds. And here's an example of 2 that I did already. And I used watercolors to do these. So I just stamped onto a piece of cardstock and then used my watercolors to color in the ladybugs and the bumblebees. And then I made some card fronts out of those. And I had a lot of fun making them 3-dimensional. So I thought I would show you how I made those today. This is the ladybug one, and this is the bumblebee. And I thought we could do some of those and have some fun. But it's a great, another way to use the stamps rather than just use it to make a bee. You can use it to make some really cool repetitive patterns for backgrounds. All right, so I've gone ahead and stamped these out. I'm using my Ranger archival ink, which is acid-free, permanent, and waterproof, so that you can color on top of it, or watercolor or what have you, and still have good results. So let's start with doing some watercolors. This is my Mi Liang watercolor set. It's a portable set. I really like it because it is compact. And I'm just going to use a loaded barrel watercolor brush. So the barrel here is empty, you fill it with water, and then you can paint with it. Again, this is great for traveling. So you don't need a jar of water. I do have a paper towel here. So for these butterflies, I think I'm gonna do some pinks. So let's see what I have in the way of pink here. And I probably need to clean off my palette, but we'll put it there. That's a pretty pink. That's very pretty. What's this? That's even a deeper pink. Okay, and then maybe I might do maybe a little orange. I love that combination of pinks and oranges, so we'll see. All right. So this is really easy, and you don't need to be a watercolor expert, and you don't even need to be particularly careful. So I'm just going to paint in my background here for each of the butterflies, and I'm going right over those dots. You can do that. We'll go back in with some pens and Posca markers and add some accents. Again, I'm just using cardstock. This isn't watercolor paper. You could use watercolor paper if you wanted to. What color is this? Let's see. It's more of a purpley. Let's just drop that in and see. It's kind of pretty. So maybe I'll stick with the pinks and purples instead of the oranges. I don't know. We'll see. And it really is this simple. And it just makes some really fun background paper. It's just another way to extend the versatility and usefulness of your stamps. I'm starting to get more of a, I feel like this is becoming more purple as I go. what if we did go ahead with some orange for these, maybe? Got a few going off the page, which is great. And it really is that simple. So I used watercolors for the bees and the ladybugs and just now with the butterflies. But for these, I'm going to do something different. You may have seen a recent video where I colored in florals and I used my Ohuhu markers. I think that's how you say it. These are alcohol ink markers. So any marker will do if you have them. And let's start with our dragonflies, and let's do some purples here. And so I'm just going to go in and basically color. So this couldn't be easier. Now, one thing I think would be really cute for this one is to paint in a background. So I'm going to mix up some of this blue here, this kind of turquoisey blue. That's good right there. And I'm just going to drop that into the background here. And now I'm going to do my birds here. And I'm going to go with this nice orange. And it's the same thing. We're just going to color everything in. Now, one thing to note is this ink that we stamped with is supposed to be permanent. But I have noticed that the alcohol ink can cause it to smear. So that's something to just be a little careful of. I've noticed it, especially when you go with a lighter color, it's more noticeable. When you go with a dark color, you really don't have an issue. You don't see it at all. But right around these little circles, I've noticed that it's smudging a bit. But again, this is a background paper, so there's going to be other things going on top of it. So no one's going to notice those little imperfections. Now, once your pages are dry, we can start doing some embellishments. So for these butterflies, it might be cute to do some little yellow dots here. And then maybe we even color in this part here of each little butterfly. And if you want to go even further, and that's up to you, because again, this is a background piece, so it's up to you whether you want to get this detailed. But you could do something like this if you wanted to on each one, which really is cute. How much of it will show in your piece, I'm not sure. It'll just depend on your final piece. But that looks really cute. There we go. Very cute. For this one, I think the yellow would also be really cute and just give such a nice pop, because yellow and purple are contrasting colors. It really does show up nicely. And then we could also do, if we want to, this little bit, which I'm not sure if I like that exactly. No, I don't think I do. I'll let that dry and maybe we can go over it with something else. Whoops. Well, shoot. So I made a little mess of that, but we'll cover it up and it won't be a big deal. What we could do instead is maybe go in here with a gold. And using a pen that's a finer tip, we can get in there much more easily. And I like that much better, definitely. Likewise with our birds. We could try the yellow again and see. I think that could be really pretty. I love this yellow as an accent. And then again, we could go through, if we wanted to, add more detail, maybe with the gold pen. And add some more detailing on our little bird. But again, because it's a background paper, it's not really going to show. So it may not be necessary. It's just up to you how much you want to play. Okay? All right, let's make some cards. So I've got some cardstock in craft and various colors in order to mount my backgrounds. I've cut these down to size. So I pulled out a piece of purple cardstock, and I thought this looked really nice. It popped on here. And we do have this mistake in the center, but that is going to get covered up. So no problem using this. There's that one. I put some pink for this one, and I thought a square size would be really nice. And I also cut some craft, so I thought we could do 3 on that one. So it's up to you how much you want to layer and how big you want your cards to be. And sometimes when I'm pressing down on things and I have glue on my hands, I like to get a piece of deli paper or wax paper and put that over the top and press down really well. Okay, there's that one. And for the birds, I think that looks so sharp. I really like that. Another word of caution, you can see that alcohol ink went right through that cardstock. So you'll want to protect your work surface and just be aware of that. Okay, so there's those three. And now we're just going to start layering. So we'll want to be looking for some really interesting background paper to match this. And I have a stack of orange papers here that we could try. This is kind of cool, but I think the pattern's too large for this application. This is one of my most favorite papers. That's really pretty. We could do something with that. I like that. So let me just get a pencil here and maybe mark it about there and maybe about there. And I'll cut that on my paper cutter. So we could put that down. That might work. That's too similar. Maybe some book pages are what we need now. I think this color is really pretty. So maybe we put that down. I like that. Maybe something like that. And then I've got some gold. This is the drywall tape that I just love to use. We could put that on there. I have a video up on my YouTube channel of where I made these little faux stamps. And I think that looks super cute on there, like so. So that's one done. We can glue that together. For this one, we're going to need to pull something pink, some pink paper. Let's see what we have here. That's kind of a purpley pink, so I'm going to have to, ooh, that's nice. What if we do that? I'm going to go a little bit smaller. I like that. Do something like that, but I feel like I need something else there. Not sure what. What about a piece of washi? Maybe something like that. And then we can add, I have this scrap left and I can get a butterfly out of here. I could actually cut out two. I like that. And perhaps we can add maybe a little floral here as well. So that works. So let's check out this one. I'm already seeing something I really like, which is this. This is kind of a nice piece. Oh, no, blends in too much. Let's see. We could go also with a turquoise, but no, I think that'll blend in too much. So let's see what else do we have? What about that? That's pretty jazzy. I think that's very eye-catching. Gorgeous. And maybe we do something like this. Make things a little different. Ooh. Do we want to go this crazy? I don't know. Maybe so. Not sure. I'm actually not sure I like that with that. But I do like that. What about something like this? I like that. I like that a lot. And then again, we could pull a floral. There's that one, that's nice. And a dragonfly. I've also got this dragonfly stamp, which matches our dragonflies. Maybe we'll do that instead. But I feel like I want a dragonfly in my picture. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. So I've got everything glued down, and now I wanted to show you how I am making these three-dimensional. And this is sticky back foam. Now I understand there is tape that you can buy specifically for this purpose, but I don't have it. So I'm using this sticky back foam, and I'm just going to cut a small piece of it, and it's going to be enough to raise the dragonfly off of the page. So I'm just going to put that down, and I'm using my art glitter glue to affix the dragonfly to the foam. And that gives you a nice little 3D effect. So we'll do these little butterflies here. Let's see. Well, this is kind of cool because I've got one right there that mimics it. So we'll put that there so that it's sitting right over where the one is on the background. I love serendipity like that. So there. And this one we'll put down here in this corner. And these might not be cards that you ever would want to mail, or maybe you'll just keep these card fronts and use them in a journal spread later. And then we'll do our stamp, which I'll do a little bit bigger one here. And now I'm going to add a little sentiment, and these are from the stamp collection, the Whimsical Stamp collection. So I'm going to go ahead and use these. But I think it'll be fun to sort of use my Distress Oxide on them. To kind of make the edges pop. So this one is Seedless Preserve. It's kind of a purpley color. So we'll do that one. And I've got a pink. This is called Worn Lipstick. And then I've also got Vintage Photograph. Whoops. There we go. Okay. And then we'll add these. The question is where? Maybe there. Like that, or maybe up here. Yeah, maybe I'll put it at the top. I don't do that very often. Cute. Playful and Free. We can put that right there. And this one says World of Whimsy. It doesn't want to stick on that. Glitter stuff. So there you have it. There's the 3 we made today. Here are some of the other backgrounds that I made. That was the extras of the ladybug. And here is the bumblebees. And then these cards. Happy Together. And Thinking of You. That's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, you can get this entire collection of stamps, my Whimsical Floral Stamps, at joggles.com. If you don't have these stamps, that's fine. You can use any stamps that you have to create these cards and color them. Also, one of the reasons this was so simple was because I have a great stash of background papers already made. If you don't have that, you might want to check out my Painted Papers 101 class. And it gives you a lot of ideas and tips and techniques for how to make background papers to use in your artwork. And several of these papers, this one, are all featured in that class. So check that out as well. I'll be back again with another video soon, and in the meantime, you can find me on Instagram. Thanks, everyone. Bye.